So as much as I do wrap my whole entire channel around like streamer drama and just some politics here and there, right? These exact topics, I hate like covering them in a way because I hate the fact that they happened, okay? It's absolutely disgusting for this whole entire situation. And that is the fact that TwitchCon is on at the moment this weekend, and during TwitchCon, a lot of people, a lot of streamers, they do a lot of meet and greets, right? And unfortunately, Emiru, who is a very prominent streamer, she's probably the biggest female streamer like on the Twitch platform and has been for a while now. She was doing a meet and greet where some random dude came up and assaulted her. And I will say before showing this clip that if you are very, you know, sensitive when it comes to any type of assault or SA, I do recommend you to skip it.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So that is the clip right there. And as you can see, it's extremely confronting. Like, even myself watching that clip, I got uncomfortable watching it. So, like, I can only imagine of what Emiru felt in that instance of that happening, especially because it does happen really fast. She is with a fan, and all of a sudden, some absolute schizo motherfucker comes up and tries to like grope her and assault her in any way possible, which is absolutely completely disgusting. And there's also a lot of things that have come out of it. Before I get into my opinions on this situation, which are obviously going to be very straightforward of this about how disgusting this is, but obviously you're wondering, has Twitch come out and put out a statement about this? Yes, they have. They themselves have come out. They put it out about an hour ago of me like recording this video, probably a couple hours by the time I upload this video, talking about the safety and security of those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by an individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. I really hate how they just, a lot of the times, they like tiptoe around it. Just say who it is. Stop tiptoeing around this bullshit. Stop it. Just say that the behavior that was displayed by this random schizo towards Emiru was disgusting. Stop saying high-profile streamer. We all know who it is. Okay? Stop it. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch. Ah, yes. Both online and in-person events, we're coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we will have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you're RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note that we are unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit safety and security of our community. I don't believe this, because just like in person, Twitch's online of when it comes to their moderation, I mean, I've made so many videos in the past of when it comes to Twitch's moderation and how terrible it is and how they don't mediate their moderation. How hard is it to fucking stop a man from pushing in line and going towards a content creator? Like, how fucking hard is it? And the one thing that like really baffled my brain as well is because like I'm somewhat of a viewer of Emiru. I don't always watch her streams. I don't really watch streams in general because I live in Australia. So I watch like, you know, a lot of videos that they upload onto YouTube, right? I tune in to Emiru. I think she's a great streamer and all that stuff, right? I really do enjoy her. And whenever I've seen her in the past go to conventions, she's always had this big bulky security guard with her, right? So to me, when I saw this clip, I was like, man, she usually has some big security guard with her. What happened to that guy? Well, it turns out that when she was doing a recent stream with Jason the Ween, she mentioned that that exact security guy was banned from TwitchCon for doing his fucking job.
Maybe I shouldn't talk about this, whatever, who cares. I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him and the guy wouldn't stop, so he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And
what the fuck?
And it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore.
So this dude, this security guard, did his job where someone tried to go towards Emiru. He manhandled this man like he should, because that is the job of a security guard, and you ban him from the event. And now you're saying that you are putting security first, that safety and security is your way, and you have zero tolerance for harassment. If you had zero tolerance for harassment and you cared about security and safety of the people that were going to this event, you wouldn't give a shit for the fact that someone who deserved to get manhandled got manhandled. And there is also a clip that has been floating around of where Sinner is talking to Emiru, Extra Emily, and Emiru and Sinner's roommate, I always forget what her name is, and she's talking about how, like, you know, of when it comes to their Twitch contracts, that they themselves, they have to do some of these shows and some of these meet and greets, and there was a slight misunderstanding with what exactly they were talking about, so Sinner went on her alt account on Twitter, and just to clear things up, but it still seems, from what I am reading here, and from what I am understanding of what Sinner is talking about, is that some of these things that they have to do at TwitchCon is that they're mandatory, that it's written in their contract, which I think is stupid. I mean, from what I have garnered from what a lot of streamers have said in the past of when it comes to their Twitch contracts, the Twitch contracts themselves, they seem really shit. Like, they really, really fucking do. Of when it comes to the ads you have to run, the things you have to do, the amount of hours that you have to stream, is that Twitch contracts just seem fucking stupid. And one thing that I find, like, not, I guess you could say funny. Obviously, this situation is not funny at all, but it's really funny of the fact that this was called out many, many weeks ago. This itself, this was predicted a while ago by no one else but Asmongold. That's right, Asmongold. Love him or hate him, all right? I'm a big fan of Asmon, right? But you may not like him. But one thing that you can't hate him for is what he said right here about TwitchCon, is that he said, I think this will be, or should be, the last year of TwitchCon, and Crypto Mummy said no woman should go to TwitchCon, and he said, I tried to say this and warn people, but I was accused of victim blaming. Hopefully the virtue signaling was worth more victims. Twitch alone is responsible for this. With how lax they have been with security, anyone could have seen this happening. Because when Valkyrie and Cutie Cinderella dropped out from going to TwitchCon, Asmongold, like, put out a statement, and he actually urged women to avoid from going to TwitchCon, and criticized Twitch's CEO over the safety concerns, because there was major safety concerns going into TwitchCon. And Asmongold said, if you are a woman and you are going to TwitchCon, don't. Avoid it. Because there is going to be so many fucking weirdos there. And Asmon, in that way, he wasn't saying that, like, oh, you know, don't, like, this is your fault and all that shit. No, he's not putting the blame on the women. He's saying that Twitch's security is so fucking bad that it's not good for you to go. You should be allowed to go to this event, but you can't. It's unfortunate of the way that things are going. And obviously people just fucking skewed this in a wrong way because of how much they hate fucking Asmon and thought he was victim blaming, where no, he was putting the blame on Twitch and how lackluster they come of when it comes to their security. And man, I really feel bad for Emiru, because this isn't actually the first time in this year that we've seen this happen to her. Because I don't know if anyone remembers, but back in March this year, she actually had something similar when she was on stream. She was out in public, and there was some dude who actually tried to, like, attack her and Sinner, like, when they were, like, doing an IRL stream, and that itself was a massive fucking situation. And, like, these are two instances now that we've seen on camera, okay? So I can just imagine of what this woman has to deal with in her personal life. Like, if we've seen these two instances on camera, I bet that she has had to deal with this many, many times, right? And like I said, is that I am a viewer of Emiru. I have been for a while now. I've watched her for, like, many years. Like I said, I don't really tune into her streams, but I watch her YouTube videos here and there. I think she was playing Path of Exile a few weeks ago, and I fucking love Path of Exile. So I was watching her play that and kind of laughing at her gameplay, because it was, I gotta admit, it was pretty bad. And even though I am a viewer of Emiru, right? And I can acknowledge the girl's she's a very good looking woman. Okay, she's a very good looking woman, and she's a great content creator. She's a great entertainer. But I can never understand of people going this far with this shit. I can understand of you, like, going, damn, I love this streamer. Damn, this content creator, this person who's doing this entertainment, they're really good. They're good looking, or they have a really great personality. You know, people have celebrity crushes all the time, okay? If you want to have a celebrity crush on a streamer, that's fine, okay? But when people get so parasocial and so fucking weird where they do shit like this and invade people's personal privacy. I just don't fucking understand it. I don't get how you can just be this much of a fucking weirdo. It doesn't make sense to my fucking brain of how someone would go ahead and do something to a girl like this. Like, it just doesn't make fucking sense. It really is absolutely fucking disgusting, and Twitch should be held 100% accountable. And honestly, 100%, Dan Clancy has to go. He has to go. The moderation on Twitch, like I've talked about it many times, and I've already mentioned at the start that I've talked about the moderation on Twitch several fucking times. Like, I've made so many videos about how bad the moderation on Twitch is, you know, where someone will do something somewhat horrible, they won't get banned for it, and then someone will do something that's like a nothing burger, but they get banned for it. And now the fact that this has happened at TwitchCon, Dan Clancy has to go, and this is it for TwitchCon. Dan Clancy has to go. He has to leave as CEO. He's been a terrible fucking CEO since he's been at Twitch. Twitch has been an absolute fucking shit show since he's been there, and TwitchCon has to no longer exist, all right? Every single time TwitchCon happens, something dumb always comes out of it, okay? We had the fucking panel of where Frogan and Denims were doing that stupid racist panel, and now we have fucking someone going up and assaulting Emiru. And apparently it's in their contracts that they have to do some of these shows and meet and greets, which I think is absolutely fucking stupid. But damn, I really feel bad for this girl. But from what I've seen in the past, she's a very strong woman. Like, man, she's come back from like when she got attacked in LA, and she's come back and she's been stronger than before. So I give her props for how strong she has responded to a lot of this shit in the past. But obviously, I still feel bad for her. No one should have to go through any of this shit. But I would definitely like to hear what you guys think about all this down below. That's going to be it from me. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.